Just be out with us.
To Hamanasi Adventure and Dive Resort. This place is absolutely incredible.
Phenomenal.
It is 25 acres of rainforest and beachfront. It is located in Hopkins, and you can get here by flying to Belize City, and if you get one of their packages, all-inclusive packages, they will pick you up on a van. Or an alternative option is to fly to Dangriga, which is about 30 minutes away, and they will also arrange transportation for you. They picked us up on the van. It was really comfortable,
air conditioned.
And in this video we will show you everything this gorgeous property has to offer. And the reason we picked to stay in Hamanasi and we want to introduce it to you is because this resort is absolutely incredible, and it's way different from anything else that you might see or experience. This is eco-friendly luxury destination, and they are proud in their regenerative and sustainability projects that they are doing here on the property. We are walking right now through this lush rainforest, but back in the days,
this was not here.
it was only a few trees around, and Dave and Donna opened this incredible resort back in 2000, and since then they started their regeneration program and they planted so many trees around. So in this video, just get your popcorn ready. It will be a pretty long video, but you will be amazed of what they have to offer.
And you're going to learn a lot.
We're staying here for 3 days, and we cannot wait to share with you everything Hamanasi has to offer.
Just be out with us.
And this is the great house. This is where you will be greeted with refreshing drinks and lemongrass infused cool refreshing towels. So after your trip you can kind of pat yourself, refresh a little bit, and proceed to your orientation. So as you can see, it has a lot of patio space with comfortable seating, and this friend right here who is just enjoying his life at Hamanasi. Here during orientations you will be explained the Hamanasi procedures and the best way to experience Hamanasi adventures, how to book your tours, how to dine, and where everything is located. And what's also cool that Hamanasi is doing is that they have certified technicians that come here to the resort to perform a COVID testing for you to return back home. So right now we are still during COVID, and to return back to the US or Canada or maybe some other countries, you are required to take the COVID test either 48 hours before, 24 hours before, and you will be asked whether you're fully vaccinated or not to schedule your test correctly. You can't just take any test anywhere, and here at Hamanasi they make sure the test is correct and proper, and you'll be able to travel home back safely. They make it super easy for you. So let's take a look at this beautiful deck. It is open air. It has so much beautiful and comfortable handmade furniture that they actually make here on site. So as you arrive, you will see also a water cooler here that is covered with a beautiful handmade cover, and later on we will show you they do give you water bottles that you can reuse during your adventures. Fill up water bottles with water and take it with you so you stay hydrated and sustainable, so you don't harm the ecosystem with one-time plastic use bottles. Here again, during COVID implementation, they have a sanitizing station, disposable mask in case you need to use one, and they also implemented sink with soap. And this has a really cool pedal to use water. I love it. I personally prefer to wash my hands versus using sanitizer, so this is a big plus for me. Over here, they also have a big spread with different types of sanitizers, bug spray, because it's a beautiful mix of rainforest and the beach. So there are some bugs that they help you keep off of you, and there are some sunscreens that you can use as well. So let me put my mask on and we'll head inside. And this is the reception area. Right next to the reception, you have a small gift shop. And by the way, they also offer some Hamanasi branded merchandise, colorful cups, insect repellent spray, a lot of natural products, and this handmade crafts. This is made out of Jipijapa grass, and this is Mayan handmade craft, and some handmade purses as well. Right across from the reception, there is this lobby area. It has a lot of, again, crafts, local authentic drums, handmade furniture. The windows are open, so it's a lot of air, and there are also fans on top. I love this area. Just take a look at these coconuts, and it's actually sprouting, new coconut trees sprouting right out of the coconut. And what's the main attraction of the area is the bar. Hi guys. How you doing? And they do happy hour here every day from 4 to 6. And every day they have specialty drinks. What kind of specialty drink do you have today?
Today we're doing a vitamin C bomb. So it's with vodka, Red Bull, and orange juice.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We will come back to try that later. And there is, of course, right now there is no people, but there's plenty of lounging seats. And after everybody is coming back from their tours, they come here to hang out. There's usually music playing. And this area opens up into a beautiful patio with, again, lots of handmade furniture. You have a beautiful view of the Caribbean Sea and the pool, and outside there is also more seating areas for your dining options. And again, this porch or terrace wraps all the way around, and again there is lots of seating, beautiful seating area, and it leads you back to the front to the reception area. So this great house have 2 floors and the top observation deck. On the second floor you will find their main restaurant is called Singaga, and Singaga in translation from Garifuna means a dragonfly. There is a beautiful staircase with a wall-size mirror and lots of handcrafted wood here. This is their main restaurant where they can serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For breakfast, they have a set menu, and for lunch, they have a set menu as well, but they do have lunch specials every day. And as we come here to this grand dining area, you will see a beautiful painting, and if you look up on the ceiling there, 2 large fans and beautiful ceiling made out of mahogany wood. It is so gorgeous. All the windows are always open, so you get this nice constant breeze going all through the dining area. So you have some dining space that is here indoors, and of course you have a gorgeous outdoors dining on the porch here as well. Again, all this furniture is made here at their carpentry shop, which we will take you there in just a little bit. This area is so gorgeous. You're sitting here, dining, having your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and you're surrounded by trees. And what's cool about that is that the other day we were having breakfast and birds come here to the tree, and you actually can do bird watching right here from your dining table. And if you can hear right now, there are some birds chirping as well. Oh, there is one just landed. But all different types of birds come here. So the name of the resort, Hamanasi, derives from the word almond, which means an almond tree. And this is actually almond trees right here, right behind me. And what's cool about that, Hamanasi is trying to eliminate paper use and plastic use. So in our room when we arrived, they had a handwritten, personalized note for us, written on this large almond leaf. It was really cool and it's beautiful. The restaurant serves food from their organic certified garden. So everything you eat here is fresh and pretty much from farm to table here. And on this floor, you also can find library. So let's go take a look at their library. But before we get in the library, I just want to show you this accent lights. This beautiful bamboo accent lights are also made here in their carpentry shop. And they just create this nice, beautiful ambient lighting. And this is their library. Here you can just relax, read a book, maybe have a drink or have a meeting. And if you haven't seen, we actually have done a live stream right from here, right from this area. So now let's go all the way upstairs and we'll show you their observation deck. It is called the Widow's Walk.
So now let me take you on one of the best features here at Hamanasi. It is located on top of the canopy and located at the top on the roof of the Singaga restaurant. So as we make our way up elevation, you'll notice we're getting just above the trees. This is the first point right here, but this walkway right here is where it's at. This is worth it, and yes, you do have to walk up a few flights of stairs, but trust me, once you get to the top, you'll know why it's worth it. So this is called the Widow's Walk, and when we get to the top, I'm going to explain to you why it's called the Widow's Walk. So follow me up as we rise above the canopy here. It's truly amazing up here, guys. There's a constant breeze, and you can see 360 degrees above the canopy. So now I'm going to tell you the story. So the Widow's Walk really came about when the sailors would go out on the ships and their wives would see them off, and when the sailors would leave, sometimes they don't come back because the ships get shipwrecked. So the wives would lose their husbands and then they would become widows. So hence the name Widow's Walk, because as they were walking back to where the ship would have been and something was to happen, then they realized that their husbands are not coming back and they're now widows, unfortunately. So that's kind of the story of the Widow's Walk. But as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful up here. It's quiet. All you hear is the nature, the birds. You can look down, you see the pool, you see the deck going out to where all the excursions are, where the boats depart from. You see the grounds. All the way in the distance, you see the mountains. It's just incredible up here. Sunsets, amazing. Sunrise, you can't beat it. Sunrise is from this direction, sets in that direction. And you can come up here, obviously there's chairs lined up here, come up here with a cocktail and just lay back and enjoy. It's just amazing.
So from here, I know for you it will be hard to see, but to the west we can see some Mayan mountains, and you can also see the second largest elevation peak here in Belize. To the north we can see a little bit of the Hopkins village as well. This is a gorgeous area, and you can see how Hamanasi is surrounded with all the trees and greenery. You can barely see the tree houses peeking out of those trees. And again, with all the trees come the wildlife. I can actually spot a humongous male iguana sitting on the tree right there. Take a look at that. I've never seen a iguana this size before. Let me know in the comments if you have. And now we will take you all the way down to the beach area, the pool, and show you what other fun stuff Hamanasi has to offer. Just be out with us. And we're back to the first floor. Right from the bar you can walk out towards the pool, the beach, and also they have a beautiful patio here with some tables and chairs where you can have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In the evening they have a beautiful romantic accent light, and just wanted to point your attention to this beautiful arrangement over here. Again, it is handmade in their carpentry shop, and Hamanasi emphasizing reusing everything possible. So here they are reusing wine bottles to create this beautiful vases and place some flowers that they actually grow here on the property. So let's just walk and take a look at some of the rooms here right next to the great house. They have Beachfront Suites. On the top it's a Beachfront Suite, and on the bottom it's Beachfront Suite Plus. For larger families it has an extra room. So let's just take a look at this room right here. This is Beachfront Suite. Of this room, let us know in the comments. And right from your beachfront suite you can actually walk up the stairs to the second floor dining, or if you wish to visit the bar for their happy hour, it is next door as well. And from here on this beautiful pathway you can walk straight to the refreshing pool. And they actually have plenty of loungers all around the pool. And this is a saltwater pool. This pool goes up to 6 feet in depth, and it's a nice and gradual slope. And right by the pool you can find some towels. And in this pool you will actually do your confined dive practice if you decide to do a diving certification or a discovery scuba dive. And yes, Hamanasi Resort is a 5-star PADI certified place. So you can actually get your certification here. We were actually considering to do that, but maybe we'll do it next time. And some of the free things to do here in Hamanasi is paddle boards or kayaks, and they do have plenty of paddle boards and kayaks available here right on the property. You can just grab it right from here. There are life vests for you here as well. Hamanasi is an adventure and dive resort. So yes, they do have their own boats and their own pier as well. There's a lot of palm trees here on the beach as well. It's perfect for your beach strolls. They do have some loungers on the beach as well, and plenty of comfortable seating. Again, you can just have a drink, you can have bar service right to the beach, and all the way at the end of the dock there are also a couple of hammocks and chairs for you to have an unobstructed view of the Caribbean Sea, and again you can get some drinks as well. And also I want to show you a couple of other things that you can do here on the property. If you decide not to go for any adventure, or you still have energy to have some fun. Here the sand is perfectly groomed and it looks gorgeous. And in this area you can play cornhole. There is a gorgeous handcrafted wooden crocodile. And the yellow building in the front hiding behind the trees is the Great House, and right next to it the blue and green building has some beachfront rooms. Let's take a quick look at room number 6, but remember we are putting together a room walk-in tour, so you can see in the next video more about this room and other rooms that Hamanasi has to offer. Of this room, let us know in the comments. So Hamanasi is a beautiful beachfront property, so now let's take a walk on the beach and enjoy the scenery. Hamanasi has a very unique setting. It is eco-luxury destination. And I absolutely love that it is an environmentally conscious resort. It is so elegant and lush. I love the fact that it has so many trees. Even though, yes, we are on the beach right now, but you can see how many trees are all around. And they have a lot of lounging spaces. And again, everything is so spaced off. They actually have, I believe it's 25 acres of property with trees and beachfront. And because there are so many trees all around, there are a lot of different animals. Like we just saw the iguana on the tree. We have spotted so many birds already and so many fun animals that I have never seen before. Hamanasi is actually a regenerative resort, and if you don't know what regenerative it means, it actually regenerates the environment and communities. And their goal is to not only sustain, but actually improve. And it shows in everything, just as we saw how they reuse the bottles. And later on we will take you to their carpentry shop. Here we are approaching their beautiful yoga deck and outdoor massage station. Now they looks like they are set up for a massage. It is covered by curtains for privacy, but when they actually offer yoga classes, and they do free yoga classes and paid yoga classes as well, and they open up the curtains when they do their classes. But I just cannot get enough of this view and this perfect slice of paradise with hammocks and palm trees. It is so gorgeous. And what I actually really like about this resort is that their guests are actively making a positive impact on the destination for future generations as well. And what I mean by that is by choosing this regenerative way of vacationing that impacts the future. So they're not just trying to sustain, but they're trying to change the environment. And later on, when we go to the adventure center, you will learn a little bit more about this. Just a few feet away from the main great house, you will find their adventure center. Since Hamanasi Resort is an adventure and dive resort, they have their own adventure center, and this is where you will schedule all your activities. Right now, as you notice, we are in the jungle. We had explored their beachfront property and already showed you 2 rooms that they have to offer. And as I mentioned before, they have 25 acres, and this green lush forest also offers tree houses.
Yes.
So let us know in the comments, do you like tree houses? I certainly do. And here at Hamanasi we have an opportunity to stay in 2 types of their tree houses, and we will give you a quick tour right now, but remember, the full video is coming soon. So let's head over to our tree house number 18.
Just be out with us. So what did you guys think about this treehouse? Isn't it amazing? We love the treehouse. It's so great. All the little fine details and the finishes, the wood. Listen, guys, as a Belizean, I've known about mahogany ever since, and it's just an amazing, amazing wood. It's so strong. It's heavy duty, it lasts, and it finishes amazing. You've seen all the furniture. You see what they look like. And it's not your typical IKEA furniture, okay?
And here at Hamanasi, they actually have their own carpentry shop, which we will take you to in just a little bit. And just take a look at this keychain. This is also handmade here at Hamanasi, and it is mahogany. It's beautiful. And as we are walking this beautiful path, we actually see this signs everywhere. So Hamanasi has this amazing Adapt a Tree program. It is $50 to participate in. It's one-time fee, and basically what you do is you plant a tree here. Thomas Buckle planted Ilan tree. This is the only tree that is not actually native to Belize.
And I heard this tree is actually, it's a kind of like a perfume tree. So Chanel No. 5 was actually, they used
Yes,
this tree
that's
to make
one
perfume.
of the ingredients for Ilan flowers, and maybe
That's
we'll
amazing.
find anything blossoming here on the property and show it to you.
So who else wants to plant a Chanel No. 5 plant?
Chanel No. 5 plant, that's a good one. And as we are walking through this path, it is very unique because those tree houses are spread out, and it allows enough air to go through the forest and in between, and it has enough space for all the vegetation to grow and for all the native animals and birds to come and just enjoy this paradise and this little nature oasis.
But not only that, I mean, as far as privacy goes, right? Because we're always concerned about privacy, what can people see around you and stuff like that. You don't get that concern when you're here because everything just seems so well spaced off, and with all this plants and trees around, it's like you see nothing but trees. When you look out of any one of your windows, you do not see another room or tree house. It's so amazing.
Actually, it's funny because the resort is fully booked at this point, and we barely see any guests around. We are staying in two different tree houses this time. The one we just showed you, the regular tree house, and this is the Deluxe Treehouse Suite.
Yes, and the beautiful thing about this Deluxe Treehouse Suite, on the deck there is a hot tub. They can put flowers on there. It could be the most romantic thing you ever experienced. And what I want to point it out is that, again, these tree houses, they're so far apart from each other and they're so secluded. So as you can see on this side, all you see is trees. There's nothing else to see. And then right here is the entrance, and you walk right up. You wouldn't even know this was here. It's when you turn the corner and walk around these beautiful paths, it's like, boom, oh, there's actually a place here. It's awesome. So we're gonna take a look inside right now. We're gonna show you what this beautiful place looks like. Then let us know if you would actually stay here.
So that was a little sneak peek of the Deluxe Treehouse Suite.
What would you think? Do you
Let us know.
Would you stay in that room? Because again, I know I would. It's absolutely beautiful.
But the full walk-in tour of this room is coming in the next video, so be sure to stay tuned with us. I just want to point out this adorable light lamp cover. So this is made out of the bamboo, and it's actually made here on the premises. They have, as I mentioned before, their own carpentry shop, which we are heading to next, and they make it handmade it here, and it is absolutely beautiful. And again, it is sustainable, and Hamanasi make amazing efforts for sustainability and being regenerative and eco-friendly.
It's a really cool way to light the path because, as we mentioned before, you're like covered by trees here, and it does get dark throughout these paths, but it's beautifully lit by these fine touches of beautiful carpentry work. really awesome.
And the resort is not fully solar powered, but they do have solar powers, and they try to use as much solar power as possible.
The ecosystem is just flourishing right now, it's coming from nothing, and now you have so many different species of birds and wildlife. It's just amazing that something can thrive off of just nothing and now rebuilding itself. It's
This
awesome.
place is really magical, and as you walk in, you would never think that you are steps away from the beach.
Yes.
So if you like that combination of the jungle experience and rainforest, and right away the beach experience as well, Hamanasi is definitely a perfect place for you.
Absolutely.
And they also have a beautiful combination of beachfront houses and rooms and suites and tree houses. As we mentioned before, Hamanasi is trying to be as sustainable as possible, and they do have their own organic garden.
Yes, and everything that's grown in the garden is implemented in the menu, so you're going to be eating what is grown in the garden. Let's go. So as much as Hamanasi supports their staff, the ecosystem here, and taking such great care of this property, they also support the kids of the community here. And basically the way it works is when you plant a tree, part of the funds from that goes into supporting the local kids. So basically their education as far as scholarships, and even like pencils, knapsacks, book bags, notebooks, and it helps them get through school. And they do it for the people in the village and even outside of the village.
And actually they support 4 different villages and the kids of the staff as well. But they do require the GPA to be 75% or higher.
Mm-hmm.
So here is their organic, certified organic garden. So let's see if anybody is in there to give us a tour.
Welcome guys to our organic garden. I'm Stanley and I take care of the garden. Here we do all organic stuff from composting, and we do our own remedies like fungicide, pesticide, insecticide to battle all those stuff that would attack a garden. So I will walk through our garden and I will show you the plants that we grew here and how we do it.
Wow, wasn't that amazing, guys? There was a lot of things in here that I didn't even know grew the way it grew. It's crazy.
I was really surprised to try the apple, banana.
Yeah, that was so good.
It was a really cool taste, and I actually love gardens. And growing up as a child, my parents had a summer house, and I was actually gardening and growing different things, but not tropical things like this. And to me, it was really amazing to see how cinnamon grows. I never knew that the cinnamon just comes out from the bark.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
And you saw soursop for the first time.
Yes.
Now you just have to taste it.
And when you come to Hamanasi, they also offer a sustainability tour program, and it is absolutely free. You can go around the property and you will see their regenerative program and all their sustainability efforts.
But we do suggest that when you do come here, make sure you make reservations to do so that way they can have someone guide you and tour you around this facility, because it's very, very interesting.
And as we mentioned several times before about Hamanasi's handmade furniture and handmade wooden decorations, they have their own carpentry shop, which we're heading to right now.
So here is the Carpentry Shop, and this is where all the magic happens. Hey, how are you?
Good. Welcome to the wood shop.
Thank you.
I'm Elvis. I am the head carpenter here.
Awesome. So here everything is made, right? This is where everything is made.
Everything.
And when you say everything, you mean like everything we see in our rooms and in the restaurant?
in the library.
Wow.
Right here is where we do magic.
we're going to take you to one of the most interesting part of this place. And when I say interesting, you'll see what I mean in a second. It looks like we're going into an abyss, into nothing. But there's actually a beautiful path here. And I'm not going to tell you until we actually get there. Just kind of walk with us and we'll show you what this looks like.
And again, this area was not naturally there. It was built by the owners and created a very interesting natural habitat
And I
here.
wanted to bring your attention to something. So, for example, you see this railing here? It's built, but there is a notch here. So, not to disturb the way the tree actually grows, they built a notch so that the tree can kind of slip right in the notch and continue growing along its natural course. A lot of attention to detail. So awesome. This.
Welcome to the Crocs Pond, guys.
Yes.
Yes, guys, you heard it right. There are crocodiles in this pond, so be sure you don't attempt swimming here. If you look in the grass area over here, you would normally see a crocodile laying in here. If we're lucky, we'll see a crocodile another day and we'll show it to you what it looks like. But this pond was not there. They built this pond to bring more animals and natural Belizean habitat here. And as you can see, they did a great job because crocodiles literally came across the road where Hopkins village is. There is a swamp there, so there are crocodiles in here, and they decided to cross the road. I don't know how they found out that there is a pond here, but somehow they did. So they crossed the road and now they are inhabiting this beautiful pond. And here is a perfect place to just sit down, relax, hear all the bird sounds, watch sunset, which is about now, and maybe have a cocktail here. What do you think of Hamanasi Resort? Let us know in the comments. Would you stay here? This is the start of our Hamanasi adventures, and a lot more videos are coming soon. As we mentioned before, we will be putting out the entire video for walk-in tours of different room types, and of course we will recap the entire Hamanasi experience.
And this way you would know if Hamanasi is actually right for you.
Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, just be out with us.